What's up guys, Danish Kasmali here, back again for another tutorial. This time I'm gonna make some skull wraps. A skull wrap, what is that? It's a type of headband that goes on your head and basically covers most of your skull. So we're gonna print this two different ways. Sublimation, of course, one all over print and one partial print, and I'm gonna show you how it looks on the computer as well, coming up in this video. Are you ready? Let's do it. Okay guys, so first thing I'm going to do is set up a file on my template here. I've got the skull wrap template open on Adobe Photoshop. We also have it saved as a PDF. To get the template, you go to silkysocks.com, wholesale, and templates. Then you'll see a folder of headbands and skull wraps, and you can find it in there. So I'm going to set it up in two ways. First thing I'm going to do is just make a logo. So I'm going to grab this simple logo with the white background, and I'm going to use my template here. There's a layer that says place artwork here. I'm going to go ahead and paste it right there and see how I want it to look. I just want it to look nice and centered in the middle there, maybe a little bit bigger so I can make it slightly bigger, and that looks about good. Next thing I need to do is hide the guides here. It says hide the image. So once you hide that image, now the sublimation sheet will print just this right here. So I'm going to save that one. Okay, and then the next one I'm going to do this galaxy design with an all over print. So I'm going to cover the entire skull wrap with this one here. So I'm going to first select all, and I'm going to paste it into my, let me remove this one here and paste it onto the same layer. Let's see, there. And let me kind of resize that here. Boom. So I can hide it to see kind of where it's gonna go. I can even come over here and reduce the opacity. Let's say I go to 50 opacity, then I could kind of see where it falls here. As you can see, when you reduce the opacity, the skull wrap will look a little faded, but that's okay because you're trying to see where the image goes on top of that. So that looks about good, and then I will go ahead and hide my product image, and that is my print file, so I'll go ahead and save that. Okay, now that that's saved, I'm ready to send this to my sublimation printer. Alright, next it's time to send the printers through. So here this print size is 9.5 by 6.5. That's the print size of the transfers. So I'm going to go ahead and mirror those here. And I'm going to do 2 copies of this one. You'll see why. Because I want that to be front and back. And 1 copy of this one. Ready? Print. Let's get it. Here that is printing out on our Mutoh RJ900X printer. So now I'll grab my transfer sheet and head back into the office where I've got my heat press ready to go. And let's take a look at the heat press. This 24 by 16 from Heat Press Nation. It is ready at 400 degrees and 30 seconds, as you can see. Alright, so now that I got my transfer sheets ready, the next thing is to cut them. Okay, so I've got the sheets cut and ready to place onto the machine. So I want to show you guys how this one here, it comes folded like this. It's also going to come with a free bag on the side, so when you're done producing you can go ahead and bag it up yourself. Nice little feature, and gives you like an online orders or kind of packaging professionalism as you ship these orders out. So it comes like this. Now this is the side view of the skull wrap. So what you want to do is if you want to print on the front, you want to fold it this way and lay it down on the heat press like that, okay? So the straight area is actually the bottom, which will go on your forehead, and then the curved area is the top. So you want to place this on the bottom right here, and then this is the top. And what you could do then next is give it a quick short pre-press after a quick lint roll. So I'm going to give this a little lint roll because this is going to have a white background design. What that does is prevent any invisible lint from like turning into blue stains or a different color. So let me just give that about a 4 to 5 second pre-press. There we go. And that will also take that crease out for the most part. Then I'll grab my transfer sheet, the Believe in Yourself, and I'll simply center it on here. It's already sized for this garment, the skull wrap. So I'll simply place it there and press. Boom. So now I'll let it do its thing. It's at 400 degrees and 30 seconds. Because of the material of these, it's an 85% polyester and about a 15% spandex. It's very stretchy, very easy to print. Our ink doesn't require a whole lot of time. I think I could even give it like 25 seconds, 20 to 25 seconds, and it should be good. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Bam. Voila. That looks amazing. I'll show you guys the transfer sheet here. Most of it, all the ink is transferred off of here and onto the garment. Let this cool for a second. And there it is. Believe in Yourself. Centered, white background. Nice and easy, nice and smooth. Alright, so let me place that one here. Next, I'm going to do the other one. So same thing, I'm going to fold this kind of straight here and give it a quick pre-press so I can get that crease out. Let's see here. Again, about 4 to 5 seconds on the pre-press. And this time, notice I didn't lint roll, and I'm going to go ahead and skip that step because this transfer sheet is a dark design. So for darks, this will cover the entire garment and it's all over print. So you really don't need to do the lint roll. Now when I'm placing this one, again, this print size is 9.5 by 6.5. That gives you plenty of room for bleed area. Bleed area means you want to have a little bit bleed off the headband so that way you don't end up with a white area that's uncovered. So now I'm just going to check for centering, check that it's covered on all 4 sides, and voila! Notice with these Silky Socks blanks, I rarely use tape and you know, spray and that kind of thing. So even with these, it's not necessary if you can center it and hold your paper nice, have your paper not move on you. So as you saw, I didn't use spray on these, but you can if you're worried that you might have some movement. Oof, look at that. Look at the color on that. So in that case, I let it go all 30 seconds as you saw. So now when I'm doing the back side, you could replace out the craft paper and put a fresh one on. That's probably the safe way to go. Or I could just place it in the exact same spot and hope that it doesn't pick up from the other side. But instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is I'll just flip this guy over. So I have a clean sheet of craft paper here, and I will press it onto this side. Let's see. And this is standard brown craft paper. You can also use like butcher paper or whatnot. We buy this from my dad's company. It's called A&R Box and Packaging. I think you can also buy some on Amazon or Uline. And let's go ahead and place that. Same thing, the other side. Bam. 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 There is the final result. Let it cool for a second here. Okay, cool. The second skull wrap is done, front and back. So check out the front here. Check out the back here. Now notice the back side is thinner, right? And I didn't use a paper to stuff in between, so I allowed the print to come on this back side. The trick here is if you don't like that look, if you only want this to be white on the inside, use another sheet of craft paper or like your sublimation transfer white paper. Put it in here as a separator, and then it'll basically, when you have some of that bleed over, it'll hit that paper instead of hitting the garment. But I don't mind that look. I kind of think it's kind of cool where you have your all over front and then you have some of it on the inside of the back. And someone asked me, can you do the inside of these things? The answer is yes, absolutely. You just flip it inside out and then you handle the inside. And there's also a tag here. It says Silky Socks Skull Wrap. And it says actually 88% polyester, 12% spandex, moisture wicking athletic skull wrap. Now if you didn't want that tag in there, it's a tearaway tag. Makes it real easy just to tear right off. Boom. And then you can have it, you know, private label with your brand on it. You can print your logo maybe on the back side when you sublimate, and that'll be branded for you. Pretty dope. Silky Socks Skull Wrap, our third kind of headband. So what's next? As tradition says, let's go try these on. Okay, I'm home now and we're about to try these on. I've got my little buddy Aaliyah over here. Aaliyah, you ready to put on some skull wraps? Yeah. Yes? Alright. So we've got 4 here, the 2 that we made, a blank and another previously printed one. This design has Malcolm X on it, and shout out to Cosmos Inc. Alright, so Aaliyah, you're gonna put this Galaxy one on. Just like that. It is a one size fits all, so it'll fit heads big and small. It'll hold her hair back a little, as you can see. How's that feel? Good? You like it? Yeah. Alright, let's see the side view. You see it gets thin in the back. Kind of covers over her ears like that. Pretty cool. Alright, and then I'll go ahead and put mine on. So because of the stretchiness, it'll fit, like I said, one size fits all. Now don't laugh at me, I'm not used to wearing these, but here's the look right there. And it's pretty popular for sports like football. If you had a football helmet, you'd wear this over it. Or athletes like to wear it outdoors in practice and whatnot. So there it is, guys. The Silky Skull Wraps. Now go out and make your own. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram as well, at Silky Socks. Oh, and lastly, our Facebook group is called Sublimation with Silky Socks. We're in there engaging and printing stuff all the time, showing live demos, and other customers are showing what they're printing on Silky Socks. So you definitely want to check that out. And bless your head, bless your feet. I'll see y'all soon. Peace. Say bye, Aaliyah. Bye. Now, oops. Come on, Mac. I thought you was faster than that. Come on.